Hello everyone, today we're going to look at usaco-training longest prefix. Okay, so in this problem we're going to try to form a primitive p, which is given as a string. And then we're given some sequence s, where we can use this to form the primitives. So then, let's just say we have a, ab, ba, ca, and bbc. And we're trying to form A B A B A C A B A A B. Then using this set of sequences or set of strings, we can form this because we can use, let's just say, the first A with this, and then we can use BA with this. Then we can again use another BA, and then we have CA, BA, AB, whoops, AB, and that's it. So then basically we can repeatedly use the same string. Okay. So basically we're given these strings and they are terminated with a dot. And then we're given this primitive. So we're going to try to find the maximum prefix that can be formed. Okay. Okay, so this is actually a dynamic programming problem. So basically let dp of I equals basically if it is possible using the strings to form the prefix 1 to I. So then basically this is just a Boolean value, and after we calculate all the dp values, we can just take the maximum index that has dp of that index set to true. So you know that basically when you use 0 characters, or basically if you use nothing, then you know that this is possible. Okay, so basically let me just write down these strings. So we're supposed to try to form A B A B A C A B A A B C. And we have the strings, we have A B B A C A and B B C. Okay. So basically when we transition from an index to another index, let's just say we're transitioning from 0. Okay. So basically we can mark the index over here. So we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. So starting from index 0, we're going to try to assign this. We're just going to try to update the next few values. So for example, you know that basically dp of 0 would work. So then you start from 0 and then you try to basically you loop through each of these strings and then you try to simulate adding them. So for this example, starting from index or idx actually, index equals 0. Okay, so first we're going to try using the first one. And you notice that this substring is equal to this. So then you would set dp of 1 to 1, since it would be true. Okay, so now we're going to try to use AB. So then again you see that this is possible. So then you mark dp of 2 as 1. Okay, so now you see BA, but then you realize that this substring does not form BA, so you do not do anything to that. Okay, so then CA and BBC do not work. Okay, so then the next step, we loop through index equals 1, and you see that this is possible. Okay, so let me actually just first erase this. Whoops. Okay, so now we're looping index equals 1. Okay, so starting from here, you see that A wouldn't work, AB wouldn't work, and then you see that BA would work. Okay, so then you would update DP of 3 to 1, and then you see that none of the others work, so that would be all you would update. Okay, so basically you proceed this index through all the characters of the string. For this example we have 11 characters, or actually we have 12. And then basically after we calculated all the DP values, we just loop through from behind, and the first DP value that is 1, we just take that index. Okay, so let's actually start coding. Okay, so this is longest prefix. Okay, so let's include bits. Okay. So we're going to read in some strings. Okay, so let's actually call this a vector. So we can call this vector of string. Let's call this A. And then we also have our primitive. So then we could call this string. Let's call this X. Let's actually call this X. Okay. So let's have a temporary string for reading those, so we can have T. So we're going to try to read T, and then we just do this while this is not a dot. We just A dot push back T, and then we just read T again. Okay, so now we're going to read the primitives, and they actually go line by line. So what we can do is that since it would be at least one line, so we can do while get line. Wait, let me actually search up the documentation for getLine. So getLine C++. Okay, here we go. Okay, so it would be getLine cn and then whatever string you have. So over here, you do getLine cn t. Then you would just like add this to your x. So you just do x. You just add it by t. Okay. So let's actually call the size of x n. So we have int n. It should be 0 by default. Okay. Or actually, it should be the size of the string. Okay. So let's actually have our DP array. So what we can do is that we can have a vector of, this should actually be bool. So bool, let's call this DP, and it should have n plus 1 values. Okay. So by default, you know that DP of 0 will be equal to 1 or true. So now we loop through each DP value from 0 and up to n. Okay. And then basically, if this DP value is false, we can just continue because there's no, it's not necessary to update other DP values if this DP value is false. Okay, so now we're going to try to simulate adding all the possible strings. So we just loop through each of their strings, so we can call the string S in A. Okay. So basically, if I, basically I is the position, so if I plus s dot size, we can actually make this shorter, so we can just define m as the size of s. So basically, if I plus m is greater than n, so then this would just exceed the size limit. We can just continue again. Otherwise, basically, if we just take the substring, basically, so it would be if t dot substring, it should be dot substring versus the position, so it would be I, the length would be m. If this is equal to s, then dp of I plus m would be equal to true. Okay. So now, after this, we just loop through from n, I equals n, to 0. So basically what we can do, we can have our answer. Let's call this -1. So if dp of I, then answer will be equal to I. And then you can just break. Okay, so let's just print answer. Okay, so we're going to read from this problem is called, let's check, so it's prefix.in, and we're writing to prefix.out. Okay, so let's actually, this is longest. Okay, so let's actually make our file. So we have prefix.in. Okay, so let me just fetch the input. Okay, so let's run our file. Okay, it's compiling. Okay, so finish running. We have our prefix. So we get 0, and that should be the case. Okay, so what we can do is that we can print out the x. Oh, my bad. I think, yeah, okay. I just saw it. So over here, there should actually be x.substring instead of t.substring, because x is the total, while t is just the temporary substring. Okay, it's compiling. So 11, and that looks correct, so I'm just going to submit it to the judge. My ID problem is prefix, and this language is used plus 11. Okay. Okay, so here. Okay, so this is longest prefix. Okay, here and here. Okay, so it looks like that is right. Okay, so if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Bye.